got one that can see.
Any of you guys out there heard about a fake rapture? Let you hear what these guys think.
This Project Bluebeam, do you think that they could fake a rapture? Do you think they could fake a rapture in order to bring such discouragement to immature believers that they would believe that they were left behind, and that would be maybe the great falling away?
Say that I literally just said that on my program last week. On one of my shows. I predicted it. I predicted that through AI, through Project Bluebeam, and through drone technology and so forth. I think that, I don't know how much you believe in predictive programming, but man, I'm all in on predictive programming. I mean, I predicted, and I hope I'm wrong. Absolutely hope I'm wrong. 100% hope I'm wrong. But I can foresee Jesus in the culmination of some World War III type scenario, chaos because aliens have been come forth and the rollout has happened, the UFO disclosures happen, and just the world is just in chaos. I can foresee this image of Jesus, this is the way I saw it in my mind, in every continent and in every region, showing up in the sky, and then all of a sudden, this AI Jesus begins to speak in the language of that world. In fact, it's going to have the ability to actually be heard through the devices and through the ears of whatever language they speak. And I see this AI Jesus saying, I am Jesus, and I've come here in your country to tell you that you've been misled, that this is not what you said that a rapture is going to happen. This is me saying that Buddha is one of my prophets, Muhammad is one of my prophets, and this Jesus, I've come to you in the form of Jesus because everybody's expecting to see me in the sky. I was also a prophet, and he's going to eventually say, but we are all paths, we are all prophets of the ultimate creator, that is the one that you are being told about now.
So I've had a lot of people.
Yeah, I'll send you the link to, I just stumbled onto this channel. I actually got recommended to me in the comments. But about this fake rapture, they can spin it so many different ways. But I just think that nobody's going to be missing. Of course, they could. You know, they have the resources. I mean, they could all tell us that, you know, we already think they've lied about the global population of what 7 or 8 billion. A lot of people think there's way less. I mean, they can say a bunch of people got taken. But I don't know. I'm looking at, I pulled up 2 Thessalonians, where Paul is basically warning them. He says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. And this is what I want to talk about right here. This fits what this guy is talking about. You know, by you've been duped. You know, there's universes out here. You know, Jesus was a prophet, but he's not the true God. And they're going to fall away. That just, to me, that seems like a worldwide falling away, like really quick. But then also, when you pull this same verse up, you guys get the Geneva, I think it's the Geneva 1866 or 1890 or something, but the Geneva says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a departure first, and then that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So could these happen simultaneously? And then they bring in their Jesus to explain it all away. You know what I mean? To say, I do believe there's going to be few. There's not going to be that, compared to the world population, I would say maybe 5-10% of them will probably get raptured. From what I've looked at the scripture and studied, I believe there's going to be a lot more tribulation saints than there are saints that are caught up, that are taken out of the way. But I also look at verse 7. It says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. So that's, I believe that's the body, the church, taken out of the way. And it says, and then that man, that wicked, be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. But I know a lot of people might disagree, and that's fine. But there's going to be a catching away. And they know, I mean, everything's just lining up. And how it will play out, shoot, I don't think nobody's going to guess it. They're going to throw a curveball. I mean, I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm hoping that it's sooner than later. But anyway, I just thought this was interesting and wanted to share. You guys have a good one. Later on.
One day, Jesus is coming. You may be at church. You may be at work. You may be asleep. God grant that you will be ready when he makes his personal appearance. My God, what if his appearance occurs on a Sunday morning? My prophetic word to you this morning is get ready, get ready.